The section 144 is in the news now and then, but the majority of the people don't know much about it. In this video, we will see what is section 144 and the need for the law in this country. The section 144 of CrPC, that is Criminal Procedure Code. The Criminal Procedure Code was enacted in the year 1973 and it came into force on 1st April 1974. There are about 484 sections in the Criminal Procedure Code and which are further divided into 37 chapters. Now, first of all, what is the difference between the CrPC, that is Criminal Procedure Code, and the Indian Penal Code? So, Indian Penal Code defines the crime. It could be a rape, murder, theft, and so on. And it will also provide punishment to be given if the crime is proved. The CrPC will determine the way in which the policies, the prosecutors, the magistrates, or judges will act during the investigation and the trial of the case. Now, let's look at the historical background of this section 144. If anything is found or invented or established, there was an historical background attached to it. So, this section 144 was imposed during the British time. It was established by Britishers and it was a colonial time law. Now, it was established even before 1861. India saw the first rebellion against Britishers in 1857. At that time, Indian independence freedom fighters were mass gathering against Britishers. The clever British people, they just want to avoid it. So they have established this section 144 just to prevent the Indian independence freedom fighters from mass gathering protest against them. So obviously they were misusing it. They were using it for their own selfishness. But we are imposing this section 144 for a good cause. Now, what is the section 144 and where it is imposed? This section 144 is imposed in the urgent cases of nuisance or apprehended danger of some event that has the potential to cause damage or trouble to human or property. This section 144 imposes lot of restrictions and lot of rules to follow. This section 144 completely prohibits mass gathering. That means gathering of 4 or more people in the region is completely prohibited. And this section 144 also bars any public rallies or public meetings. It is imposed to maintain the peace and tranquility of the area. And it is an executive order. So the magistrate can bar any person from undertaking certain activities. That means it is not only preventing public gathering, so even a single individual can be barred from doing illegal activities by a magistrate. Now, it is illegal to carry any weapon in the area where section 144 is imposed, and people who breach it will be detained under the section. Now, the section 144. During the section 144, obstructing any law enforcement authorities from dispersing an unlawful assembly is a punishable offence. And section 144 also empowers the authority to block internet usage if really needed. Now, so this section 144, there is a lot of rules to follow, a lot of restrictions to impose in the country. And now let me give you some few examples where it was actually imposed for the good cause. Now, it is actually imposed in a big riots or a mass protest. For example, the section 144 was imposed after the abrogation of Article 370 in Kashmir. And section 144 imposed in most of the regions in India after passing the Citizenship Amendment Bill. So we are using the we are using this section 144 for a good cause to maintain the peace and tranquility in India in most of the cases. Now, who has the power to impose section 144? It is an executive decision by a district magistrate or a subdivisional magistrate or any other executive magistrate. If they feel if there is an immediate prevention or speedy remedy is desirable, then the district magistrate will sign a written order to prevent obstruction, annoyance, injury to human, danger to human life, maintaining peace and tranquility, health and safety, and unlawful assembly, especially in a riot or a protest. Based on this condition, if they are convinced, they can impose section 144 in the troublesome area. Is there any limitation in imposing section 144? Yes, obviously there are limitations in everything. Usually, section 144 will not be imposed in the whole country. Where there is a troublesome area, the government can impose section 144 and it won't be extended more than 2 months. But in some cases, the government has the every right to extend the section 144 up to 6 months, but definitely not more than 6 months. Now, if there is any punishment for breaching section 144, yeah, it is those who breach the section 144 will get the maximum punishment of 3 years. Now, many people confused with section 144 and curfew. What is the difference between these two? Now, the section 144 completely prevents or restricts mass gathering. That means mass gathering of 4 or more people is completely strictly prohibited in the public areas. Why? In curfew situation, the people are instructed to stay indoors and the public organization, schools, offices, colleges remain shut. And the public will be given couple of hours in a day to purchase their essential commodities. Now, why there is no mass protest and no mass riots? Why section 144 in most of the places in India? Yes, the very way of avoiding coronavirus is to stop or prevent mass gathering. That is the reason the section 144 is imposed most of the regions in India at this corona time. Now, this is all about section 144 and the section 144 British established it. They were misusing it. We are definitely using it for a good cause. And thank you very much for watching this video.